What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. We're here for the third matchup of the night, well into the sixth season, and teams are really establishing their dominance or the contrary right now. We've got another challenger matchup. I know we just had one, but the challenger matchups are in full force tonight. Before we get into that, though, I'm joined by my good friend, teammate, and co-caster Squirrel. What's going on, man?
Man, I'm excited to be here. Excited to cast a good game. Hopefully it's as good as our series was. Hopefully we get a game five, some content for the stream. Especially when we have such an underdog story here.
Yeah, that would be nice. I do really want to see the Warriors. So we've got Dissolved versus the Warriors here. If you look at their records on paper, Dissolved the heavy favorite with a 6-2 record versus the Warriors 1-7 record. Only managed to get one series win there so far. But I mean, we see upsets all the time, especially even in our league, the rival league. We've seen plenty of teams bounce back. Definitely anything is possible. And yeah, hopefully we have a good game on our hands. What can you tell me a little bit about these two teams here, Squirrel?
Well, uh, Dissolved, I know, has a very good record. They're looking solid. Um, it's going to be hard for the Warriors to overcome the pressure that comes from RL Aspect, Flame Intruder, Cosme, and Moxen. Moxen was the third man for Papayas last season, and he played great. And he's the lowest MMR on Dissolved right now, so that's a little scary. And Warriors, on the other hand, are coming with a brand new roster. They just made some roster changes, adding Scraps and Charm. So they have the element of surprise, but they don't have the chemistry that's needed for Rocket League right now.
Yeah, we haven't seen this roster play before. No one has. In fact, I don't even know if the Warriors have played with this roster yet. They barely dropped and picked up two players yesterday. So definitely a gamble there. But I mean, when you've only won one series out of eight, you do kind of have to try and take some risks. Obviously, things weren't going well for the Warriors early on in the season. Now halfway through, they're looking to they're looking to turn it around, and these players might just be their key to victory. You never know. Taking a big gamble here, but I'll bring it to you, Squirrel. Who do you think's going to take this one?
Uh, Although, as a caster, I've been told to be optimistic, but you're this late into the season, momentum's a big thing, so I'm gonna have to give this to Dissolved 3-0, and I would love to see Warriors scrape a game out, maybe take one to OT, but Dissolved has have the momentum, they've got the roster, and Warriors they're starting from scratch.
Yeah, and that could be what they need, but it also could definitely play against them in the Warriors. As I believe we've got, let's see here, we've got Cream Cheese, Scraps, and Charm, I believe, are the starting players for the Warriors. Cream Cheese and Scraps, were they the pickups or was that Charm?
Scraps and Charm were the pickups.
Okay, I see, I see.
One of their players is restarting his computer, so uh, it's a little awkward right now. And apparently, someone doesn't have cross-platform enabled, so we may have to restart the lobby. I'm not quite sure how that works.
Yeah, if you don't like playing with other consoles slash PC, you're gonna have to put your prejudice aside for Nemesis matches, as it will make it impossible for people on different consoles to enter the lobby. Pretty important. And no, you cannot squeak out a free win that way by just blocking other people out of the lobby. We will have to wait for whoever has it disabled to bring this. But let's talk a little bit more. So the Warriors only have one win, dissolved 6-2, and actually, now that I see we have Blazing in the lobby, it looks like Blazing will be starting for the Warriors. So he has been on the roster. So we'll have Scraps, Cream Cheese, and Blaze. So technically, Scraps is the only new player on this roster.
Yep, the only one playing right now, and I'm excited to see Blazing come in. Blazing's a really nice guy who's done a lot for Nemesis. So we hope that he has a good game, and who knows, maybe a change of scenery is just what the Warriors needed. As I don't think Scraps is actually at his computer right now.
Yeah, seems to have gone a little bit AFK. Hopefully this is only a temporary issue, as the players are just rotating. They can all just join spectating, and everything will be fine. They don't have to keep. Okay, well, now it's too late, and now we do have to restart the lobby. But that's all right. Things happen. Not
Ah.
sure. Scraps might be just getting a glass of water. I know I like to do that usually before the series begins. But things happen. Um, let's
Um,
look.
yeah, Challengenger is a funny way to spell novice. Uh, 'Cause boy, was that a novice moment right there. Like, we're 5, 6 seasons into this thing, uh, and we still have people joining lobby when or not knowing how to prevent the lobby from starting, and it just causes so many problems.
It wouldn't be a Nemesis stream if everything wasn't perfect. There's got to be a little bit of realism behind this because Rocket League, scuffed game. Nemesis
Yeah,
just following the trend. And as you can, well, you guys can't see, but we also got black screen. So Rocket League being accompanying us in that factor. Two black screens in a row actually. And now,
that seems like it always happens that way though, where you're in a lobby, you're ready to go, everything's okay, and then something happens, and it's like you're guaranteed the next one to be a black screen.
you know what? I think this is just the long play from the Warriors. They're playing mind games. They're already in their opponent's head. I'm sure they're already frustrated. They're like, these guys can't even join a lobby. Oh my goodness! Now we're getting black screen. Like they're already in their heads, living rent free for sure. This could be the best strategy in all of Rocket League history. Great stuff coming out hot from the Warriors here, already gaining an advantage before the series even begins. Absolutely.
I mean, when you're 1-7, you got to pull out all the stops. What's the difference between 1-7 and 1-8, really? So try everything you can, whether that be make the servers bust so that we can actually play this game. But hopefully we can get into it soon so that we can get this action underway and get the stream back on track.
Yes, yes, that would be nice. While we wait, just gotta brag on stream. Biscuit has probably beat me and Squirrel a total of like 20 times
3 times.
combined for 5 seasons straight. But we just took our first victory against him. He had a sub, but still counts.
Game 5.
It was a very close game 5.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, with the sub, game 5, finally beating Biscuit, who is, no longer perfect against Merely and I. So I'm happy with it. And I think Valent said that was his first time beating Biscuit as well.
Yeah, I think so as well. Uh, Obviously the greatest achievement of my entire existence.
Yep.
Probably the same for Squirrel. And
Mhm.
okay, we finally got a lobby back up. It looks like players are able to join. We've got everybody in here, and after much anticipation, let's see if the Warriors' big brain strategy pays off. If Scraps isn't here now, then I'm just going to give up.
Yeah, I mean, I hope he is, but we wouldn't put it past him as he does join the
There we
game.
go.
I don't see. Yeah, okay, we are good to go. Merely.
All the stars finally aligned. We're heading into game one, and it's a kickoff. All right, all things looking good. Everything is a go. Let's get this series underway, see what the Warriors can do. Try to put a stop to the dissolved presence in the Challenger League right now. It's RL Aspect gonna take a nice shot. That one actually almost sneaks in the bottom right corner there. And already the Warriors under some heavy pressure. Dealing with it well so far. That's a tough ball. Gonna head middle once again. Zero boost from Oxen, but looks for the pass to Cosme. Gets it off the backboard. Cream cheese there to put it to a stop. So far, a little bit of pressure from this dissolved roster. Exactly what we've come to expect, but not able to make anything of it yet. So far, the Warriors holding on strong. Still more awkward balls, though. RL Aspect getting it through yet another time. And another ball. That one's finally going to break through. We are just seeing resounding pressure. The ball hasn't even crept out of Dissolve's or the Warriors' half yet.
Dissolve just putting in an immense amount of pressure, getting 4 shots in the opening minute of this game. just not letting the Warriors breathe, and eventually they punched one in.
And that's just something that the Warriors cannot allow to happen. Once they get themselves back in that corner, it's going to be very hard to break out. And, ooh, that's a tough bump on defense. They're going to be sent back into their half once again. That's a center ball. Moxon gets it through. And another goal for Dissolved early on.
Yeah, Dissolved just showing their speed. RL Aspect with a great little pinch. Moxon already up and shooting it low. Just great awareness there and great chemistry as they're clicking. And nearly, this Dissolved roster is actually, they actually beat the Samurai, which is a team that many people view as the best team in the Challenger League. So if they can beat Samurai, then this one, this is going to be a good one.
Yeah, it seems like most people are putting Dissolved up there with Samurai after beating them, and for good reason. Those two teams are considered the very top of Challenger right now. I mean, you can already see it with the speed. They look very well put together, and other than allowing one dangerous shot opportunity so far, haven't even looked like they're under much pressure. That's going to be dangerous again. RL Aspect almost sneaking that one through, but Cream Cheese able to take possession in the corner. It's a huge demo, and now still Dissolved just will not let go of this pressure. They're just pinning the Warriors down, and it seems like there's nothing they can do about it so far. Blaze, awkward touch, actually won't get one, but Scrap's able to get it out. It's a good midfield touch, but Moxon just faster. Will miss that one, but the ball's still dangerous. And finally a clear. This could be an opportunity for the Warriors. The RL Aspect barely gets back in time. And right now, I mean, it's hard to say, but the Warriors are looking very heavily like the underdogs. They really need to try and get some plays going, get their confidence up or something.
Yeah, they need to do a better job of finding each other, which is, you know, that's a tall task for a team that just recently made roster changes. But if they can just start finding each other, kind of like what Dissolved is doing, then I think they'll have a better time relieving a lot of that pressure and hopefully turn this one into a game.
And that is very true. It is hard to find each other, though, when you're just so concerned about the ball constantly being sent to the back of your net, which is Dissolve's specialty so far, it seems, as they're going to look for a little pass play. Cosme to RL Aspect, perhaps, just to go for the shot instead. Almost sneaks its way through, and that one will... They're just, like you said, they're just finding each other play after play.
Yeah, RL Aspect with a beautiful infield pass here. Moxon was quick to react to that one. Gotta think that these guys' comms are on point with plays like that.
Yeah, and even if their comms aren't, they definitely just have the natural ability. But this one actually is going to be dangerous. Cosme barely rushes back. That was a great 50 from the Warriors, but unfortunately no one there. And that is not exactly the touch you want to be seeing the Warriors. Gonna give a bit of a freebie to Dissolve.
Yeah, Cosme is a good clear downfield, and Blazing just over-rotates his car a little bit, redirects that one into the bottom corner of his net to put Dissolved up by 4. And, you know, Warriors got to be looking towards game 2 at this point.
Yeah, that's a really tough goal to concede. You just have to try to avoid getting in your own head, especially this early on in the series. The first game isn't even over. I mean, you could say it might as well be. Probably not going to see a 4-goal comeback, but we have seen it before, and if the Warriors can just get at least 1 or 2 goals, they'll definitely be in a better position for the rest of the series. It seems like they're just throwing everything at Dissolve now, trying to get something going, but another miss on defense, and RL Aspect just going to roll this one in.
Yeah, Cream Cheese just awkward, not able to make the touch, and RL Aspect finds his first goal of the series, which gives Moxon a hat trick, RL Aspect, Cosme 1 goal each. And if my math is correct, that is 5-0 nearly.
Yeah, I mean, it is 5-0. I don't think you had to do much math as the score is up there on the top of the screen, but that's some good quick calculation. I didn't know squirrels could do math, actually. Pretty impressive.
It's a gift.
Squirrels can also be teachers, in case you didn't know. Helping the youth of America. But Warriors definitely just gonna have to try to look towards game 2 here. Like you said, not much left to be played in this game 1. Maybe look for a consolation goal or 2, but Dissolve still applying so much pressure. Even these demos they're getting, they're just taking complete control of the playing field. And I mean, it just looks right now to me, Squirrel, like the Warriors aren't as coordinated as Dissolve, even by a long shot.
Yeah, Dissolved, you can tell they've been playing together for a little while. Their offense is looking good. Their defense is looking good. They're playing good just on both sides of the ball. And the offense for Warriors not really hitting on much, only taking 5 shots in 5 minutes of play. But their defense looking solid, blazing 4 saves. So, if they can just work around him clearing the ball, saving it, clearing it to a teammate, we can counterattack here and there, they could probably turn this one around.
And there's something to point out, with the amount of pressure that Dissolved had, Warriors did a pretty good job for the most part, especially in the first half of the game, just holding on, keeping the ball out of their net, and getting good saves. It's just the pressure from Dissolved seemed to be overwhelming to the point where eventually they're going to score, even no matter how many times you get that save. Eventually, one's going to sneak through. And that's something that can be really difficult to play against when it just feels like you don't have any offensive pressure. But we can even see there, Warriors did get 5 shots. Their defense was good. Their offense just really wasn't that coordinated. I mean, what else can they do to try and break through this dissolved roster?
I think they're just gonna have to wait for Dissolve to make a mistake. We see like Moxon diving in for passes a lot, which is really good, and he's connecting on them. But that can also lead to vulnerabilities and some counterattacks. Dissolved 11 shots, which is how many shots I had in game 1 of our series that we lost. But just because you're shooting a lot doesn't mean you're gonna be winning. And that's shown by how good the defense was. Even though they led in 5, they still saved a lot. And I think merely it's just being able to transition that defense into offense, and hit the ball.
Absolutely. And I mean, the dissolved roster has looked very good, especially, I mean, have to compliment their offense once again, but there have been holes, there have been opportunities where they've overcommitted and where the Warriors might be able to get quick turnaround goals. Although, speaking of quick turnaround goals, we're going to see already 3 seconds in, Dissolved already taking advantage in game 2.
Yeah, just a really solid kickoff by Cosme, I think that was, to just kill it in favor of his team, and then RL Aspect there to follow it up. And you can't really blame Warriors for that one, as that was just a kickoff goal that happened.
Yeah, kickoff goals happen all the time. And I mean, you even saw, I don't know who the second man was there, but he was cheating very aggressively. I think if he just picked the other side, he had a 50-50 chance. If he went the other side, that could have very easily been a goal for the Warriors. I'm not sure what's happening here, though. Cosme just gonna kind of drive this one in.
Yeah, a bad 50 there, and then Scraps just holding the boost. And Cosme just takes it right over him. And the first one might not have been the Warriors' fault, but the second one definitely could have been played a little bit better. Got to get a better challenge on that dribble.
Definitely. Patience is a virtue on defense. And, when there are players in the Warriors' net, they look pretty solid on defense. But if you don't have anyone in net, you can't really expect the net to save itself. Unless you're playing against certain players. Then open nets, become the scariest shot. Either way.
Yeah.
Warriors still trying to fight back here. Already down 2 goals with a minute left. But the good news is, only a minute has gone by from the clock. They have plenty of time. That's a nice shot. Going to the far post. Cosme barely able to get a save, but Blazing sneaks one through, and the Warriors finally score their first goal of the series.
That's what I like to see. A well-placed shot by Cream Cheese just makes a few too many defenders jump for that one. Blazing there to clean it up, puts in a goal, a good confidence booster, and brings this one within 1.
And a 1-goal deficit is definitely much more manageable than a 2, especially this early on. The game starts to feel much more winnable when you can bring things back quickly. The Warriors definitely have so far. Just need to try and keep up this momentum. As Cosme will come off the ceiling here. RL Aspect tries to get the shot, but blocked away well. Ball still lingering over the midfield. That's a great back pass from Moxon to RL Aspect. I don't think he actually realized it was coming to him. And now awkwardness, actually, on the defense once again. As Warriors finally starting to see A little bit of extended pressure of their own. That's a nice center. But the ball sent wide, and that one actually might just be in the net. Fantastic save. Cream Cheese had like 3 boosts to his name, just barely manages to get back. Gets it off his own crossbar. Warriors stay alive once again. Here comes Blaze. What's he going to do? Gets it past one almost Moxon. Just barely there, but still under huge pressure. RL Aspect barely gets the save. This one could be sent back. Not quite able to break through. I really do love this pressure that we're seeing from the Warriors, though. They look much more alive in this game, too, here, Squirrel.
Yeah, they almost like they almost look like a completely different team. Their offense is looking much better. They're looking very much more coordinated than the first game, and they're actually putting pressure on this Dissolve team. Which, if you'd have asked me, would that happen after game one, I would have told you no.
Yeah, it looks like they've recognized some of their key errors, doing well to fix them. And now they're getting a lot more opportunities on the opponent's net. Just have to try and convert them. The ball is staying in, but Cosme might get a clear. Huge dunk by Scraps. That's another shot on net. Cream Cheese. Patient. I love that on defense. Just staying patient, taking control of the ball, not panicking. That's exactly what the Warriors need to do to not let Dissolve just stomp all over them on offense. And now Blaze with the nice beat. Scraps might be able to get a pass here. Barely misses the touch. Now 2 minutes left. Warriors have definitely stopped the bleeding from game one, but they still need more to try and take this game. This one gonna go up to Blaze. Can't get the touch. But Scraps with a touch of his own puts Cosme in an awkward spot. Nice clear though. Dissolved will finally see some of their own pressure. That one's off the side. This could be a big opportunity. Ball's bouncing middle. And that one's just going to be 50 through Cosme, the brick wall. And, oh, that's another tough goal to concede.
Cosme just doing a great job of just being there, being annoying, giving his team time to get back. But when you get a good 50 and it ends up right in the net, the team didn't need to get back. A great job by Cosme, understanding his job and pulling it off really well.
Yeah, you know, rotating is a great mechanic in Rocket League. Knowing how to rotate properly is a great skill to have in your arsenal. But another great skill is knowing when to just stick around and be a thorn in the side of your opponent. And that was definitely the right choice there from Cosme. Even if that 50 didn't go into the net, he gave his team plenty of time to recoup. And very smart play will now put them up 2 goals. Only a minute left, and the Warriors have that much more to do. That one's barely off target. But the Warriors definitely starved here a little bit. Well, Aspect went for the dunk. Almost a bit of a solo play. And now Cosme going for a solo play of his own, but it will be punished. Ball sent back. The Warriors might have a chance here to bring the score within 1 again. Awkwardness on the goal line, and Blazing flies through, but he might have expected a touch from the defender. That is such a tough opportunity to give up. Warriors very easily could have been in a much better position here.
Yeah, that's one of those where you either don't go for it or you go for it assuming they're gonna miss because you don't really have a shot otherwise. And Blazing just tried to read the hit, and the hit never came, and he looked a little foolish there. But you know, it happens, and hopefully they can like just forget about that one and move on and take away the positives from this game as they go into the next one.
Absolutely a much better showing from Warriors in this game. I mean, even if there was a 2-goal lead, it definitely was a close game. And they have given themselves quite a bit of work to do, but they have to try to avoid getting that mindset of just winning at least one game, avoid getting swept, and then go from there. We saw it in this game. They absolutely can take it to Dissolved. If it weren't for that kickoff goal and that unfortunate goal right after, this would have been a much more even game. They just have to avoid conceding in these kind of silly manner, or else if you give Dissolved too many goals, they're just not going to let that lead slip from them very easily.
Yeah, it's not gonna be easy by any means, but it looks like Charm might be in the lobby, so maybe that roster switch will be what they need to make this reverse sweep happen. And you know, Dissolved is gonna have to adjust to this new playstyle that Charm's gonna bring, whether that be faster or slower. It's gonna be a little bit of them trying to feel that out, and it could make the difference, and it could give Warriors the upper hand in this next game.
Yeah, it looks like things with Scraps maybe just weren't feeling right. Obviously, still a brand new roster, hard to say. Obviously, the chemistry won't be at its peak when you're just barely starting to play with each other, but you never know. Sometimes people just click, and Charm could be the lucky charm for the Warriors to pull off this reverse sweep. It would be a fantastic one.
Well, he's gotta be something because it is a long road ahead of them, and it starts right here with a good kickoff, and we'll see if that can follow through.
Maybe not the best kickoff, but that is a great follow up from Cream Cheese, just shutting down the play. But another kickoff goal to start things off. Cosme just so fast to that ball. None of the Warriors even close to touching him.
Yeah, Moxon with a great pass off the corner too. Those passes are so deadly because they come to the middle and they come away from that back wall, making it a tough read for the defender. And Cosme there to just clean that one up, take another early goal in the series. And I think in every game, Dissolved has scored within the first minute.
Yeah, they've always, well, at least in this series, every time they've been establishing these early leads, and Blaze almost able to bring it back. I will say, Blaze is playing very well. He seems to really, really want this, and it's unfortunate that things have kind of gone a little bit unlucky so far, but if the entire team can step up, Warriors still can have this. Blaze gets the shot and a huge bump. Cream Cheese with the photo finish, and Warriors tie the game up for the first time this series.
As soon as that shot came, I was like, oh no, it's not strong enough. But that bunk coming out of nowhere like an RKO, just taking the defender out, was absolutely beautiful.
That's a great team play from the Warriors. Definitely got to be feeling good after that. Try to carry that momentum. And just as I say to carry the momentum, unfortunately, Dissolved will score. And these kickoffs just, they're so deadly when they have absolute possession of the ball.
Yeah, gotta not feeling good after that one because, once Dissolved seems to get the ball to the corner, they have such an easy time making those infield passes, and it's just a dominating strategy right now as they have such a good shooting percentage off of it.
They really do. And
My
oh my
God.
goodness, Charm coming through. His presence is already known a minute into the game. What even was this double touch?
What
What in the world?
Oh, where has this man been all series? That is just some amazing mechanics, whether that was on purpose or accidental. It was certainly impressive.
Either way, already feeling a little bit of a speed increase from the Warriors. He was there so quick, and the Warriors, I feel so bad they just can't get a goal without conceding one immediately.
It seems like the Warriors are fine if it seems like they're fine if they can just make it past the kickoff, but that's not always the case. Is finally Cream Cheese gets some pressure, some possession off the kickoff, and we see them on offense already, and that one just gets shut down.
We'll get shut down, and now Cream Cheese in a tough spot on the other end. A huge 50. RL Aspect almost sends that one home. The Warriors have to try to keep this game close. They cannot allow another goal. They worked so hard for the two that they have that have just been immediately taken away. But we've already seen that increase seems to be there. Charm with the flick, and Charm coming through once again, this time with the dribble play. He's already popping off. Did this man warm up before this? He must have.
His first two games to be warming up in free play or a ranked game or something, because that was a beautiful flick. It's such a tight angle. Tying this one up, the man has heart, and he does not want to go down without a fight.
And right now, he is almost single-handedly keeping the Warriors' hopes alive. Score is still tied, but like you said, if the Warriors can just make it past the kickoff, and it looks like they might have, then they have a much better chance for survival. It's a nice double to the midfield. Cosme, shot just barely going to be off, and now Cream Cheese will have possession. Can't get it past, so that one's off the backboard. Moxon looks for the read. It's a little bit too ambitious, I think, for anyone to score. But another nice dunk out of defense. Cosme just getting that better, but that's a double commit. And now, RL Aspect, the only one back, doesn't actually get the best touch. If Warriors can make something happen with this pressure here, They aren't quite in time, and now they're in an awkward spot of their own. Blaze flips past the ball. Cream cheese looks for the shot on net. Won't quite make it happen. This one's sent to the middle once again. Another double whiff from both the defender and attacker. Looks like some interesting plays coming out from both teams here. Cream cheese looking to get this one center. Can't quite get it past RL Aspect. And it looked like actually a rule one might have been broken there. I'm not exactly sure. I had an interesting perspective, but we better not be seeing that happen. If you break rule one, you are instantly banned from Nemesis. I'm just kidding, but you know, good sportsmanship and all.
But we do hope you lose this series.
Yes, you will activate Caster's Curse against your team if you break rule one. 100%. Either way, Warriors finally have stopped conceding quickly. They still are holding on to this tie game. Just have to try to take an advantage. They haven't been able to do it all series. But if they can get it, this could be the opportunity. Looking for the net. Charm can't get it through. But there's still a pressure play to be had. Not anymore, as that one will be sent out. Charm to the corner, going quickly again. Gets it past another. And now Mox in an awkward spot. It's a soft touch. Trying to get this one out. And Blaze, smart touch to the corner. Tries to get it out. And they're doing a much better job in this game of shutting down these corner plays. Dissolve still looking dangerous. Now Blaze with 0 boost. Can't get a touch. Cream Cheese has to make a play. It's a huge clear. And this looks like some much higher level Rocket League that we're seeing in this game here, Squirrel.
Yeah, it's just it turned on real quick, and both teams looking very solid mechanically as a shot comes out. Well, and offense just looking good from both teams. Both teams looking a little more mechanical right now too.
Absolutely. They look more mechanical. They just look a little bit faster, in my opinion. Plays are being set up and shut down very quickly. No team budging so far, but Charm with a nice touch. RL Aspect not going to get the best touch. This is going to allow a shot, but Cosme blocks that one. Took just a little bit too much time to set up the play, and now he'll have a play of his own. Tries to get it middle. 5 seconds left. Can the Warriors close it out? Will Dissolve end the series? This one's going to go high. It's the deadly corner. This is not where the Warriors want the ball, and Moxon on it. That one might have gone in if there were a few more seconds on the clock, but instead we're headed to overtime. Warriors have to be careful on this kickoff. All 3 of their goals so far have been conceded directly after kickoffs. But this time it looks like they will be safe. Now they have to try to play the rest of the game appropriately. That's a nice demo from Charm. Only 2 players on the field, 4 dissolved. That one's on target. Cosme will be back just in time. An RL Aspect actually can't get the clear. Awkward ball. Charm on the backboard. This could be dangerous. Blaze there with the shot. Can't find the back of the net. And this is much more tense than any game we've had in the rest of the series. The Warriors are just so close to breaking through here, Squirrel.
Yeah, this game is really sitting on a nice edge as neither team wanting to make a mistake, and Dissolved really feeling the pressure since this overtime started, and doing a very good job of cracking so far, but we'll see how it plays out as Charm with a great shot.
That was a beautiful shot. The back post rotation really saved Dissolved from that position. But I love these shooting choices that the Warriors are making, looking like they're doing such a good job of just trying to keep this pressure alive. This one's going to go off the backboard. And Moxon, not with the best touch. Charm is going to get 1. He might get 2. Can't quite find the second. RL Aspect with the flick. Now Blaze has to be careful. Charm is going to cut. Seems like it will work out for the time being. Can't flick it past 1. And Cosme with the touch. That's a huge second touch from Blaze. Not exactly sure he intended that, but either way, it will work out. Still dissolved on the counterattack. Now Cosme coming through. Actually, Moxon's going to trip him up. A little bit of miscoordination, and it looks like now that the Warriors have put more pressure on Dissolve. They really don't look like they have the same dominating performance, but that one might just float in. Too much of an overcommit, and RL Aspect sends it home. The sweep is complete, but my goodness, that was a close finish.
Yeah, Cream just not able to make the touch on the wall, gives RL Aspect way too much space on the wall, and he just bangs the shot home, and the defender too far up, not able to make the touch, and that does seal the deal. But even though it was a sweep merely, there were some positives to take away from that one. Dissolved looked really good all around in every game. Warriors, once Charm came in, it was like a whole new team.
Yeah, honestly, and no fault to Scraps, absolutely. It's so hard to play with a brand new team. Even in this game, we saw a little bit of chemistry from the Warriors roster. I'd really love to see what these guys are going to look like. Hopefully, they get more playtime and return even stronger because as a team, they looked very good in this game 5. Even or game 5, in this game 3, even in the second game. The first game was really the only game where it felt like a blowout. From there on, the Warriors did a great job of fighting back, and even though it was only a 3-game series, I think that's a great look for their team. I think this roster move might have been, uh, a very good one, as I definitely think they'll bring some heat to the rest of the competition, for the rest of the season if they choose to stick with this roster.
Yeah, I mean, the season might be halfway over, but hey, there's still that's glass half empty, glass half full type of guy here, but like that's half a season left to play. You can still turn it around. You can still make your name known and you can earn a spot in the play-in tournament and maybe even playoffs depending on how the rest of their division is doing for the Warriors. So take this one as a learning opportunity, replay review it because that is a solid team that they just took to OT, and just get ready for the next week. Get ready for the Wednesday, and hopefully we can see this Warriors turning around, and hopefully we can see this Dissolve team continue to improve as they're looking good and they're really fun to watch.
Yeah, most definitely. You also have to remember they're playing at least the top 4, probably top 2, arguably the best team in Challenger League with a brand new roster. Never going to be easy, but a great fight put up by the Warriors. A fantastic performance from Dissolved, as we've come to expect in this season. And thank you guys for providing such an entertaining series. That's going to wrap it up for today. The stream will be over, but we will be right back on Wednesday with another 3 games. You definitely won't want to miss it. But yeah, that's all for now. Hope to see you guys then, and you all have a fantastic night.